Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most secretive and controversial covert operations of the Cold War, Project Eclipse. This clandestine initiative was designed to undermine rival governments, manipulate political landscapes, and disrupt economic stability in target nations. While much of Project Eclipse remains classified, the fragments of information that have emerged paint a picture of espionage, sabotage, and geopolitical maneuvering. In this episode, we'll explore the murky details of Project Eclipse, the tactics used, and the long-term consequences of this covert mission. Let's get started. What was Project Eclipse? Project Eclipse was a covert operation orchestrated by Western intelligence agencies during the height of the Cold War. The project aimed to destabilize enemy regimes through a combination of psychological warfare, economic disruption, and political interference. By targeting nations perceived as threats to Western interests, Project Eclipse sought to weaken rival alliances and expand influence in key regions. Although there are few official records, reports suggest that Project Eclipse operated primarily in Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, regions that were crucial battlegrounds for Cold War dominance. The dirty tactics of Project Eclipse. Economic sabotage. A key component of Project Eclipse was the deliberate targeting of industries, trade routes, and supply chains to weaken national economies. This involved orchestrating labor strikes, tampering with critical infrastructure, and flooding markets with counterfeit goods to devalue local currencies. Political manipulation and coups. Western operatives infiltrated governments, providing financial and logistical support to opposition factions willing to overthrow ruling parties. In some cases, false information and fabricated scandals were used to discredit leaders and ignite civil unrest. Propaganda and psychological warfare. To further destabilize governments, Project Eclipse focused heavily on spreading disinformation, using radio broadcasts, newspapers, and even local gossip networks to fuel dissent and mistrust among the populace. Assassination and targeted removal. While not officially confirmed, rumors persist that Project Eclipse included targeted assassinations of political leaders, military officials, and influential activists to create power vacuums and internal chaos. Why it was dirty. The covert nature of Project Eclipse and its disregard for sovereignty and democratic processes made it one of the more morally questionable operations of the Cold War. The project's emphasis on destabilizing entire nations for strategic gain resulted in economic collapse, civilian suffering, and prolonged conflicts in many regions. Additionally, by propping up authoritarian regimes that aligned with Western interests, Project Eclipse often left nations worse off than before, with corrupt and oppressive governments in place long after the operation ended. Impact and consequences. While Project Eclipse successfully disrupted enemy regimes and expanded Western influence, it left behind a legacy of political instability and economic disparity. Many nations targeted by the operation experienced decades of unrest, military coups, and ongoing civil conflict. Furthermore, the exposure of certain aspects of Project Eclipse in later years damaged Western credibility, leading to widespread distrust and anti-Western sentiment in affected regions. Legacy and lessons. Project Eclipse serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked intelligence operations and the long-term consequences of covert interference in foreign affairs. While the operation achieved short-term goals, it highlighted the fragility of political manipulation and the ethical dilemmas tied to geopolitical power plays. Project Eclipse remains a chilling example of covert warfare and the lengths nations will go to secure their interests. As more documents are declassified, the full extent of this operation may come to light, offering further insight into one of the Cold War's most shadowy chapters. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into hidden history. Let us know in the comments what other covert operations you'd like us to cover. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.